Much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
Hmm. So the Thalmor think the Blades know about the dragons, which obviously is a problem for them.
Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
Well, they do, and, well, I thought that we've been doing a half-wit decent job of stopping dragons, but, considering that ice dragon, or rather frost dragon we fought recently, yeah, maybe we could use a little bit more help. They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften, by the way.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go.
Ugh.
You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
The 30th of Frostfall, huh? Alright then. Think we can do that. Need to talk to Brynjolf.
What do you need, Dragonborn?
Ragnar the Red.
I need to get my stuff back, actually.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had.
Ah, there's my stuff. I would like it all back, thank you. Remarkable how much I had stored in here. I really need to liberate myself of some of this junk. Oh dear.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
It's her coin purse.
"Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
I think we'll disenchant this.
And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more.
Two-handed attacks.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, I think that's enough, though. She really should try to be a bit more subtle about this. Then again, in a town like this, everyone knows everyone. So I don't think we have terribly much to worry about. And even she's sick of Sven's singing. All is well, I hope, my friends? Oh, get Ben. Don't bother my dog, you bastard. These uppity locals. Well, we might as well see if the local merchants in town are interested in taking, some of this rubbish off of my hands.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs.
Thank you so much for take a look.
Yes, you're all so very thankful. It's all so overwhelming. I just don't know how to thank you enough. Yada yada yada. Yes, spell tomes. All kinds of books, actually. We really need to find a place for them. Perhaps our home, actually, back in Whiterun. We probably have enough gold to finish decorating it. But I should get rid of things that I can't easily sell elsewhere. Such as perhaps some of these scrolls. I have no interest in summoning up the dead. This is to frighten them away. Blizzard. Bane of the Undead. Well, I think we'll keep something like that anyway. And of course we're going to keep our food. Oh, we really should sell some of these books, though. At least the spell tomes we have no intent of actually using. Things like Fury and Frostbite. And we have plenty of weapons. We don't need to summon up ones for ourselves. Flame Astronach. Well, that does sound a little interesting, even if we would probably barely be able to do it ourselves. We should sell these more common books. Ah, well, I will keep the home decorating guide. That does sound interesting. And we might need it. And then there's all this, of course, which we'll keep for our broader collection.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Of course, and we're not done selling our treasures. Let's see, mage robes we don't need. We certainly don't. Well, we might as well keep these old clothes. A nice hat. Some fine clothes of different types. We don't need too many types. There we go. Different types of boots, clothing, which we'll store. Very valuable circlets. And these robes, which I have little interest in. And we'll keep these as a bit of a memento from our little trip. And then finally sell this silver necklace. And now we've gotten all the gold we can get off of him. Now I think it's probably a good idea to sell off some of these heavier items I have, and perhaps refine this helmet that we retrieved. And maybe take a look at ourselves once we have it equipped. So, how have you been, Alvor?
Whatever you need. Bye.
Yes, of course, thank you. Oh, I need to use this for a moment. Alright, improving this helmet. Now let's take a look at it, actually. Yes, it's definitely better than what we're used to. And it actually protects the face, which is something I like. It has little flaps. Quite intimidating, I have to say. And it seems to actually couple up our muzzle, not something I was expecting at all. It is better protection, and these flanges for the ears aren't exactly the most realistic things I've ever seen, but it protects our neck, and that is a major improvement. So I think this is what we'll keep. Either way, though, we don't need to be carrying around all this in town. We can probably put our shield aside, and our helmet as well. Well there, Alvor.
You looking for a new blade?
I'm looking to sell a new blade.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Of course, of course. Oh, let's see what we can pawn off on you. Well, our choice is between Nettlebane and the Glass Dagger. I think we'd want to keep the Glass Dagger. It seems to be much better. Yeah, there's nothing here I'd actually want to sell. In terms of apparel, well, we could just sell this old helmet. Might as well. And we don't want to be selling any of that. Do you have anything we might want to use? Well, it probably always helps to have corundum ingots, but I am trying to save up on gold. Oh, you're even selling some elven armor of yourself now. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Oh, and even a couple of dwarven weapons you found. Now that is interesting. do we still have a pickaxe? Probably not. Let's take a look. No, we don't. Which means you should get one in case we need to go mining. Hopefully this time we'll actually be able to keep it.
Until next time.
We're still too weighed down to be able to move about effectively. We need to really go back to our home and liberate ourselves of some of this junk we're carrying around, including all these unnecessary keys and books and other assorted equipment. Oh, I think I'm definitely going to enjoy some wine while we're at it. Even a sweet roll, too. And a carrot. Make me feel a bit better about my lousy diet. Yes, there's quite a bit of us for us to get rid of. Either way, though, I think we've sold just about all we could right now. So they're suggesting, Delphine is anyway, that we go to Riften. That we go there, yes, and talk to Brynjolf. Other important tasks we could do is return to Solitude and put out that fire and help Jari Ra. We could always go do what Meridia had bid us to do in clearing her temple of that necromancer. We're still looking for a Daedra heart for that orcish, tribe. Yes, that's what we'll call it. The cursed tribe down there. And then there's all of these little things, including these amethysts that we actually might be able to return to some of our Argonian friends there in Riften. I think before we do anything else, though, we should probably return. Yes. Return to Whiterun. Finish equipping our home and go about storing all of our possessions there.
I don't owe you money, do I?
Follow me, Miko. And Brownie?
I don't owe you money, do I?
No, you don't. Thankfully. Come on, boy. Going back to Whiterun. You coming along? There you go. Not a bad little soiree into danger back there. I have to say I am somewhat pleased with myself. Some of these alchemical potions that we found that may not be the most useful for our purposes, we could undoubtedly sell in Whiterun also. It's actually probably quite a bit of stocking we should do in order to prepare for our return to Riften. Oh, there's that fool again. And another wandering bard by the looks of it. There seems to be so many of them in this land. I suppose it's hardly surprising. It is such a awe-inspiring place at times. It does make me wonder how our housecarl is doing. You might consider this a little bit embarrassing, Brownie, but I don't remember her name. What was it? I don't suppose you would know, would you? And I don't think you've actually met her, Miko, so, perhaps that's something you'll get to do once we're back in town. She seems alright. For a human, anyway. And a Nord, especially. Though I suppose probably the most prudent thing after we're done settling our business here would be to go to Riften. We are in the region, and I really don't want to travel all the way back to Solitude, even if we might have a goddess angry at us for not being more prompt in addressing the problems at her old temple.
What is it? Dragons?
No. It's just me walking into town. Well, I don't think there are any weapons we really want to pawn off at this time. Well, actually, we do want to get rid of this Staff of the Familiar. We could do that. But we would need to find someone interested in such... No, interested in such things first. In terms of armor, I don't believe we have anything to sell. Just clothing and assorted jewelry. And that's a tavern, I believe.
Old friend, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well.
No, not really.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day?
Nope, not there either. That is something about Nordic culture that I don't...
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Something about Nordic culture I don't quite understand, why everyone feels that they have to talk to you. I mean, I understand we're a bit novel, and they don't get a lot of Argonians walking around here.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
That actually does sound like a bit of a problem. What do you suppose that symbol means? I don't really know.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might... Everything's for sale. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Quit the schmoozing, Bellathor. We're just here to sell. You can have these iron arrows. I don't want them. Oh, we actually just bought those, didn't we? Well, don't I feel like an idiot? Alright then. We want to sell these iron arrows. And the Staff of the Familiar. As for the staff that burns and the staff that paralyzes, we definitely want to hold on to those. These special arrows, and of course the glass dagger. As for apparel, we have quite a bit actually we could afford to get rid of. First, these Thalmor robes, which I think are disgusting. The gloves actually do look somewhat interesting, and I think I would like to keep a pair of each of them in case I might need them. I'll definitely want to keep this. And perhaps some of this more valuable jewelry as well. Yes, we'll have to store that in our home. I do want to keep these scrolls. And our food supplies are fine. We have books to be storing, there's no doubt of that. And quite a few lesser gems to sell. We even have ourselves a flagon. But we can get rid of some of these smaller pieces, I think. It is remarkable how this all piles up upon you over time. I think I will sell this piece. Yes, that will do.
Do come back.
And of course, other than supplying our home, we have much more important things to buy for ourselves, Miko.
Eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Well, that they could. That actually seems to be very much in their habit.
For just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Certainly.
You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
Do I actually feel sick? Well, let me check myself. No, I feel fine. I think you're just seeing things.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
No.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
No, I'm not actually. I'm just interested in buying some of your potions. After, of course, selling ones to you I don't need. Such as... I think I'll keep these poisons. Just fire, regeneration, stamina, healing, magicka, light feet. Oh, it's such an obscure potion. I'll sell that. Extreme stamina, magicka, stamina, to cure disease, to poison our enemies. Various ways, to resist frost. That'll be useful. Especially if we run into another one of those. All of these potions are actually useful for us. What we could sell you are actually... No, never mind. We're just going to have to look through your selection. Don't really seem to have any healing potions on you anymore, do you? You must have bought all of them when we were through town last time. Oh well. I don't think we have anything else truly compelling to sell, other than, of course, dragon bones and dragon scales. Always interested in these, aren't you? In fact, I think I'll actually trade them for some of your potions. Perhaps some that are more useful for us. Such as potions of cure disease. And potions of resist of the various types. I think what we probably could use most right now is shock, considering some of these mages seem to possess such magics. What else can we sell you? I suppose that's it for now. Thank you for your business.
If you need a remedy.
Oh, I need to not walk on that fire. Oh, I do believe we have finally lightened up enough that we can actually move around. With a bit of energy now. That's not to say we're done, but it certainly is nice to get a load off.
Shiny trinkets for your good lady.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
I work with my mother.
Oh, I can't stand this. Come on, Miko, let's go for a jog and head on up to the top of the hill here. Could use a little exercise after eating so poorly. And God, I want to get away from these lunatics.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Oh, trust me, I do plenty of it. Thanks for the advice, though. Now, last we left off, I do believe we were actually customizing our pleasant little abode with the help of... Oh, where is he, actually? There's the children. Hello, Irileth.
You are a welcome guest, but you must still respect the rules of the Jarl's household.
Of course, of course.
I've got my eyes on you.
What is it that you need?
Hmm. Well, with all the dragons flying around, I'm kind of curious, Jarl of Whiterun, how you can protect Whiterun from the dragons.
If it's the war you're referring
Oh,
to,
whoops.
I'm on the side of